Good morning, I'm Ken Frasetti. It's May 1st at 7:45 with breaking news. A possible terrorist attack at the Shiawassee Arcology on Columbus Avenue. Reports state that a Renault Fiat Fun One jumped pylons around the facility and drove up the side of the Arcology in a stunt straight out of a Darius Fang trid. Security did significant damage to the vehicle, which started spewing a substance that appeared to be blood. Shiawassee biohazard teams are currently on site, testing the substance, and are warning citizens to avoid affected areas. The terrorist exploded a window on the 180th floor, where two suspects, a male dwarf in a suit and a shadow spirit, entered the building. No word if this is the same spirit that terrorized Manhattan last month. A third suspect, a male orc with snake tattoos, continued to drive the Fun One, shooting arrows at security drones. We've not learned what these Shadowrunners took, if anything, but an internal leak states security on the floor are currently being treated for insect stings. Shiawassee security forces attempted to stop the intruders and successfully disabled their vehicle on West 86th Street. What we do know about these suspects is that they are armed, violent, and have great taste in music. During their attack, they blasted Darla Hellscream's new single, are we saying this? Fuck Me a Latte from the vehicle's speakers. Darla has no knowledge on how the team managed to get the audio of her new single, due out May 13th, and does not condone the actions of these Shadowrunners. The whole album, produced and released by Polyoral Records, titled The Benjamin Gable Memorial Album, is to follow June 7th. The suspects are currently on the run, and nearby residents are advised to stay indoors. If anyone has any word on the location of these suspects, please report them to NYPD Inc., Knight Errant, or Shiawassee Security. The New Yorker Newsnet, brought to you by Horizon, will be right back after these messages.
It was the most perfect day that I can remember. Just me and my dad at the old beach house, the place where my sisters and I grew up. We walked out at dawn, down the warm, age-softened planks of the boardwalk that we built together so long ago. Off into the sand, cooled by the gentle ocean waves, combing the beach until sundown, looking for a shell, those perfect shades of pearl and fuchsia, like the ones Mom used to collect. When he found it, he smiled for the first time since they took her. I think that for just one moment, he forgot about the debt. The next day, they came for him, and that last day is all I have left.
This story is all too common. Sometimes you can't pay everything you owe, but what you can do is keep your family safe with the Ares Predator 5. With 15 rounds guided by the Ares Predator 5 smart target recognition and dispersal system, you'll never have another lonely family holiday. Don't save for it all, just save for the Ares Predator 5 and save the ones you love.
This thing on? Alright. Have you ever been wrongfully arrested? Gotten a DUI after only a couple of drinks? Been accused of carrying an illegal flamethrower? I'm Daniel Stevenson, attorney at law, and I'm here for you. Arrested for felony larceny, battery, burglary, piracy, conspiracy, forgery, arsony. If you've got the cash, I'll save your ash. Find us at our Matrix host, Papper Dan and Associates, and let's see what we can do for you. What, I'm supposed to read all that legal shit? I don't have time for this. Make the fucking intern do it.
Yes. I asked her to marry me, and she said yes. And I asked her to love me, and she said, how could I do anything else? The next day, we were married in white, and he came. And her white dress bloomed red.
You're alone. But sometimes all you need is a good friend. Say yes to the Ares Predator 5 with a customizable 15-round capacity and smart guidance system to ensure accuracy. You can be sure that justice will prevail. Yes to the Ares Predator 5. How could you choose anything else?
Committing an act of extraterritorial justice will result in a ban from that megacorp territory and legal repercussions on said space. Remember, it's a wide open country and sometimes it's worth it.
Kent, it's just a word. They'll be coming back to us at any second. You can't just... And there you have it. Stay tuned after the program for the New Yorker Newsnet exclusive world premiere of Fuck Me a Latte from Darla Hellscream's latest, the Benjamin Gable Memorial Album. Mr. Gable, I don't know who you were, but you are clearly missed. I'm Melanie Sharp, filling in for Kent Rossetti, who has stepped out of the newsroom for a brief, personal moment. This has been New Yorker Newsnet. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
This message paid for by Polyoral Audio, a wholly owned subsidiary of Horizon Incorporated. Horizon, love the life you wish you had.
All right, Sasha, after a very wild taxicab ride going through the streets of Manhattan, you end up stopping about 6 blocks away from Paco's apartment. You can climb out. It doesn't look like anyone's actively looking for you, at least. Most people are watching their AR feeds, looking at what you just did.
Sacha gets out of the cab, and before it leaves, he tosses his comlink in. Sacha will find the alley that runs like behind apartments, usually, and sneak up to the back of Paco's, trying to keep an eye out for like literally anyone or anything out of the ordinary.
All right, go ahead and roll stealth first.
4 successes.
All right, and then a perception to see if you're being followed.
2 successes.
All right, you don't spot anyone following you. You seem to be doing confident with your ability to sneak through there until you end up in back of Paco's apartment.
Yeah, and his apartment building is not like a project block. It's a standard apartment, right?
Yeah.
So like all of the apartments have exterior windows.
Exterior windows, and there's even a fire escape. You just have to get up to the ladder.
So yeah, Sacha, not casually, but he's doing a walk where like his back is to the buildings. He's never exposing himself to any blind alleys or anything, and approaches the back of Paco's apartment building. And I'm going to use my gecko gloves to climb up to the fire escape, and basically I'm going to go up to the roof and enter the apartment building from the roof. And before Sacha climbs up, he puts his silver ballistic mask back on over his face.
Yeah, you get up to the top of the building just fine. You can see there's a maintenance door up there. It looks like it's locked.
Is it a key card?
Regular key.
Regular key. I'll use my mini welder to cut the handle off.
Done. Takes you about 2 minutes.
Okay.
Cut through the whole thing, and the door swings open.
Okay. Going in again, super security style, watching all corners, and going to Paco's apartment.
All right, you work your way down the first couple of levels. Your spatial awareness, danger sense doesn't tick off any extra people following you or anything like that. Every once in a while, there's someone in a nearby apartment, but they're not looking through the doorway, anything near to that. And you get your way over to Paco's apartment. The door's closed.
Sacha pauses for a second and kind of like shakes his hands loose and tries the handle.
All right, it opens.
So when the handle like clicks, Sacha says, "Ah, fuck," and pushes the door open and walks inside.
All right. As the door swings open, you can see the usual mess of Paco's apartment. Next thing you see as you're going from left to right is the cyber deck that he used with a splatter of blood on it. And against the back wall, gray matter.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
You can see Paco's legs sticking out going into the kitchen.
No, buddy, no. Are any of the windows open?
Yes.
Curtains? Okay, Sacha shuts the door behind him, locks it, and very quickly and quietly closes all of the curtains. And then he will step over the mess and go into the kitchen to make sure.
One shot right between the eyes.
Sacha begins to pace sort of slowly and faster with a pistol in his hand that he pulled out when he entered the apartment. He says, fuck, oh God. I'm sorry, buddy. Fuck. And Sacha picks up Paco's cyber deck and goes into the kitchen and sort of slides down the cupboards to seated position on the floor and calls Baldy with Paco's deck.
Hello? Yes?
Baldy?
Sasha, why are you calling me on Paco's equipment? What's going on?
Something bad happened.
What are you talking about? Where are you?
I'm at Paco's. He's gone. He's gone. They fucking...
What do you mean?
His brains are on the fucking wall. We killed him. We fucking killed him.'s gone.
Okay.
I can't. I don't.
Take some breaths.
What am I supposed to do? I don't know what I'm.
It's
Fuck.
all right. It's all right. Listen to my voice. Take some deep breaths. Calm down. There's nothing you can do for him now, so panicking isn't going to help.
Okay. Well, I'm not. I just sort of live here now, so.
It's gonna be okay. Are you all right? Have you been followed?
No, I'm not. I'm not fucking all right. I wasn't. I don't think I was followed. The doors are locked. Nothing was forced. The door. He opened the fucking door.
You need to get his cyber deck. You need to
have
get
it.
out of there.
Okay.
You need to come meet us. Who knows if they will be back? They might have guessed that we might have come and checked on him. You can't stay there.
Something bad happened.
I know, and it's...
Sick of this.
Me too. It's going to be all right. I know it doesn't feel like it now, and I know that we are in the deep shit right now, but you need to keep it together for yourself.
I got it.
And for us. And for Paco. I mean, we need to continue onwards and make sure that this did not happen to him for no reason.
Okay, yeah, all right, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay.
I'll see you soon.
All right, be careful.
Sacha hangs up the cyber deck, and I'm gonna sweep the apartment.
All right.
Maybe use just corporate security. I'm looking for bugs. I'm looking for hidden cameras. I'm looking for anything that might have been left behind.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure this isn't a trap. Mm-hmm. 3 successes.
With 3 successes, yeah, you can see there's a camera that fits right above the peephole on his door. And there's a microphone by the window. It looks like it was just hidden behind some curtains really quickly.
Okay. Sacha goes back to the kitchen, Paco's cyber deck tucked under his arm, and he kneels down next to Paco and puts his hand over Paco's eyes and says, "I'm really fucking sorry, man. This wasn't supposed to happen. This wasn't supposed to happen. But I got you." And he stands back up. He looks directly into the camera and removes his mask. And then points his pistol at the camera and fires.
Trenchman, you're the first one back at terminal.
The moment I'd hit the sewers, I changed my aura and appearance to look like a scabrous, homeless person living in the sewers. So if they come down, I'll just be lost in the trail of other folks and denizens who live there. Yes, I make it there, and they haven't arrived yet. I wait.
Can I get a perception roll from you real quick, Trenchman?
Got a hit.
You hear footsteps coming closer from down one of the sewer tunnels.
I cringe against the side of the wall and make myself look as diminutive as possible.
Eventually, once it gets close enough that your dark vision can see, you do recognize Johan.
Spare $1.
What? Not right now.
Trust me, you want my assistance right now.
Do I know you?
You do, Johann. I let my eyes flash blue from behind my disguise.
Okay. And he sits down next to you. I believe I lost them.
What do you mean?
It's a squad of, some sort of SWAT people. I can only assume they're from Shiwase. They broke...
And I cast disguise on Johann, because, no, can't lose him. He looks like a homeless person as well now.
Yeah, it seems like they knew exactly where to go. Although, thankfully, they didn't notice your tunnel. At least I don't think so.
Someone is hunting us and we cannot return. Damn. I must call the others. They are not here yet. I call Baldy.
Hello?
Have you made good your escape? Are you on the way to the rendezvous?
Yes, I'm almost there. I'm on the way.
Someone has made us. Someone has found our location. Johann barely escaped with his life. I have him here.
Yes, it seems like they are coming after us. They got Paco.
Paco is dead.
Yes,
That is unfortunate.
Sacha just called me and I told him to get out of there and hopefully he's on the way, so he might be late, but Paco is gone and as soon as we're together, we need to get out of here.
Baldy, you are the most experienced among us. You lived a life before this. I need you to get here fast so that Johann may be protected. Please understand, I cannot comfort you now.
I understand. I'm almost there. See you soon.
Please be quick, I'm getting hungry.
Johann shoots you a glance.
Don't worry, I wouldn't kill you. You're too important.
Danke.
No trouble. And I wait.
It's only another, 5 minutes until Baldy manages to, get down there and join you guys. And then a couple minutes later, Sacha crawls down to the sewers as well.
Thank God you made it. Okay, I think we're all here. We need to move. If they knew where to go, then they might be able to track us here. We can't stay anywhere for very long.
We can't go home.
No.
Someone has been following us. How could they know where Paco was?
I mean, that dude's all over the fucking internet. Who knows? Who knows?
That's true.
They might have, yes, tracked him digitally.
You hear, two different, clearly groups of people, you can't quite tell how many, coming down two different sides of the tunnel. One's just kind of going through, you can hear it from a ways off, but it sounds like someone else is trying to sneak up.
Okay. Baldy's instantly going to do the hand signal for quiet and then point down both sides of the tunnels. One side that's being noisy, she points that way and gives kind of a wave of her hand like, I don't know about this one. And then the other one that's being sneaky, she points and then she kind of shittily mimes sneaking.
Sacha meets your eyes, nods, and puts his mask on.
The trenchman looks around for any bolt hole that I can shove Johann.
There's a darkened corner that you can kind of like stuff him into. It'll give him a little bit of cover.
Yeah, sewer grates or something like that. I could pull off and shove him in a pipe.
He's a little too big to fit into a pipe.
That's
at least
fair.
any from down here.
Stand in the corner, stay behind me. And suddenly your appearances swirl and change in a quick moment, and you all look like transients living with us down in these sewers. And then I pull my crime cannon and keep it hidden underneath my robe.
On the loud tunnel, as you guys kind of hiding down there, you can see, because they don't spot you initially, kind of doing some hand motions. Looks like these guys are very well trained. They know what they're doing. Carrying SMGs. They have the full body helmet, full body armor, that sort of thing with the Shiwase logo, and they're looking around. One of them stops and looks at you guys.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean nothing. I keep my eyes down.
He glances back at one of the other guys who reaches into his pocket, pulls out a TRID projector, sets it down, and steps back, and you see a TRID of Commander pop up, just portrait size.
Welcome. I wish I could have been here in person. I wanted to thank you for leading me to Mr. Berncastle. We've been looking for him for some time. No, we didn't have to put our fits under your skin or anything that complex. It was quite simple, really. taking her psychological profiles, running it through our own marketing and information forecasting department, we were able to construct a path for you to follow. Shared traumatic events between metahumans has been shown to create lifelong bonds in 93.465% of cases. The best way was to implant cortex bombs in each of your heads. Except for Azim, of course, she received a dud. Her survival was too important for the mission to risk accidental detonation. Once you predictably had the bombs removed, we never truly needed to track you. The rest was in the build of the team. There's an 84.946% chance of your group relocating to Manhattan, the hometown of Sacha, Milligram, and preferred sitter of Gregory Merchant, aka John Galt. Galt's penchant for broadcasting his location and updating his newsfeed, as well as the presence of Benjamin Gable, aka True Patriot, whose fondness for explosives and fire would likely draw plenty of attention should you stray from our predicted path. Asim's presence would be revealed in one of these ways, pushing Mr. Berncastle to reach out to the one he thought he could trust. During this time, we established communications throughout Manhattan until we could hone in on his location. Unfortunately, your usefulness has reached an end. Though we no longer have your sins on file, we do retain biological samples, which has been thawed for ritual use by our best mages. Sayonara, Kamikaze unit.
The crime cannon fires, and the faceplate on the first soldier completely crunches in, cracking through his helmet like an egg. Then Trenchman stands up, dropping all disguises in full fury.
It's a ritual mage casting! Catch the spotter and kill them! Ah!
One of these guys managed to get a higher initiative than Sasha.
No, he did not.
So he's going to freak out and shoot at the Zunu quad that suddenly appeared and was not on the mission dossier. All right, so one of these guys pulls out his machine gun and just riddles Trenchman's torso with bullets.
On Sasha's turn, he quick draws both pistols, aims them at the two nearest to him, and says, "You guys fucked up today," and pulls the trigger.
One misses, one hits. I'm gonna take 5 points of damage.
Perfect.
To his right leg. As it forces this guy to take a knee.
Sasha backs further into the tunnel so that he, Baldy, and Trencherman are all firing from different angles.
One of these guys is just gonna unload his bullets into Johan. Johan's going to attempt to dodge. He does not. You see Johan get hit at close range with a whole barrage out of this assault rifle. No blood pops out, gel rounds. However, it does knock him out like that. One of these guards turns and levels his gun right at Sasha and empties a round square in his chest.
Ah, fuck! That did 7 damage, so Sasha's biomonitor fires a medkit. It's a rating 3.
The last one of these guys is going to turn around and to open fire on Baldy.
That's one hit and a glitch.
Baldy takes 8 points of damage, and with the glitch, one of the bullets happens to go through and just rip through her thigh, hampering her movement.
Baldy flings her arm out as she gets hit by the bullets and clenches her teeth but doesn't fall. And she looks up and levels her gaze at the soldier in front of her, flicks out her forearm snap blades and lunges at him. Baldy wrenches her snap blade out of this man's body. It's now covered in blood, and she whirls around to face the rest of the soldiers and just yells, "Your hearts are heavy, and I am hungry."
All right. That takes us to Mr. Trenchman. Do you want to roll a free perception first?
Sure, I'd love to do that. 3 hits this time.
With 3 hits, you notice floating above you guys, not one, but 2 different spirits that look like Shinto priests floating, one above Sasha, one above Baldy, gathering up magic energy in their hands.
Trencherman cracks the reagent vials across his bandolier and feels their silvery mass swirl about him in power. Standing water around him begins to steam and vaporize, and heat shimmer surrounds his body. As just he raises his hand, just a pool of fire flies out at the soldiers.
Yeah, all 3 of these guys drop.
As they are swimming in fire, the walls burn around them.
And all the oxygen is suddenly sucked out of the room.
Don't you fools, they're spellcasting on both of you!
I want to move right up into the grill of the spellcaster, putting myself between Baldy, it, and Johan.
All right, that's going to take us to Sasha then.
So Sasha says, "Got it," and heads off down the tunnel towards the other entity that we sensed. I'm going to find out what it is, but my guns are drawn.
You want to roll perception then?
Yes. 3.
You can actually hear, it sounds like a voice coming over like an open comm.
No, it's definitely him. I hear the infected up ahead. Jesus Christ! Was that a spell? He's gotta be drained by now.
So it was 2 people talking?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep heading in that direction then. But I'm going to stop running and start sidling along the wall.
Alrighty, Baldy. Johan is out cold. His whole torso is gonna be covered in bruises from those gel rounds.
Well, then Baldy is going to look to Trencherman with her snap blade up towards the ceiling as to like, am I close? Am I close? And as soon as she gets a nod from him, she's gonna wall run up to the ceiling and stab the ghost. So Baldy just gathers her legs underneath her and runs up the wall with her forearm snap blade out and just makes a huge arc with it across the ceiling while she yells,
As she cuts through the shoulder of the spirit, which is enough to force it to dissipate as the last sparks of a spell kind of fade from his fingertips.
He's finished. One more.
All right. In the meantime, you guys can both see a light as a very powerful mana bolt strikes into Sasha's chest.
So yeah, this blue lightning bolt hits Sacha square in the chest and like blasts him back 10 feet. And he just goes, fuck. Okay, gonna need some help. He holds his pistols up in the air. Maybe we can talk about this, huh? Work something out? I got a lot of money.
One of these guys is gonna get up in your face. I remember you. We're not looking for you.
No, I know. That's that. So why are you fucking shooting at me? Why don't we just... fuck.
So with your lightning reflexes, the bullet just manages to scrape your neck. No real damage. After that's going to be Baldy's turn.
So Baldy hears this shot go off, echoing off the walls of this tunnel. Hears Sasha cry out. She whips out a shuriken and throws it at this soldier's neck.
So Baldy chucks a shuriken and Sasha, from your point of view, this guy fires into you. And all of a sudden, the shuriken just cuts right through his neck. Blood spews all over your suit, face.
After she throws the shuriken, she takes another one out and holds it in one hand and reaches down for the flamethrower with her other hand and stares down the tunnel.
So Sasha, with your motion sense, you can feel these guys just move right past you in a formation.
How many?
4 of them.
So total of 5.
Yeah. One of them's going to attack Baldy. 3 of them are going to attack Trencherman. One of these Mystic Crusaders comes around and drops his cloak just in time to shoot a full assault rifle burst fire at Trencherman, doing 18 points of damage.
So the bullets just keep slamming into Trencherman's armor, off the mask, into the chest, into his fucking face. A little bit of blood comes out.
Have you seen hell? I think I have. I think I'll find it quite charming.
Next up in line's gonna pull out a grenade and chuck it at your feet. And the other one on his turn was going to shoot, but after seeing that, he's just gonna take cover with the other guys.
Okay, so Baldy sees this grenade get rolled on the ground, and she instantly just like sidesteps around Trencherman and goes towards that grenade to pick it up and grab it. So Baldy reaches down, picks up this grenade, flashes a smile at the soldiers, and then just yells, "Catch!" and throws it at them, right in the midst of their huddling. Mm-hmm. So they all get a piece.
And so now we're at Trencherman.
So the wound in Trencherman's face closes as some of the bullets drop to the floor.
Hell is coming for you, and every single one of you who comes, I will take.
And just the walls just start burning around me. And I launch another fireball at him.
So after that, there's only one of these guys left standing.
Is there a corner to turn?
Yeah.
I'll take cover for a moment.
So right now in front of me, there's a guy holding all his blood in with his hands.
Yes.
Is he looking at me?
Yeah.
What Sasha's going to do is one pistol and looking the guy dead in the eye says, "Normally I'd make this quick," and I'm going to kneecap him.
right, after that, we have the other Shiawase guy who's going to spend his turn.
Grenade goes off.
No, it goes off at the end of the combat turn, and he's gonna chuck it right back.
So as this grenade whips around the corner, catch it midair, shit, and I whip it back down the hallway and stop it outside of his arm's reach. I hold it there. Goodbye.
Baldy's gonna wave.
So end of the combat turn, the guy's gonna take a free action to go, fuck!
We need to leave, and we need to leave now. I fly over to Johan and just scoop him up. I change the disguise around me to just look like a humpbacked homeless person again, and he's just part of my clothes that are hanging all around.
Sacha lifts the guy's neck up. The guy in front of him, he lifts him up from his faceplant position and gets real close and says, "Listen, I've had a really bad day, and you're trying to kill my friends.
I'm gonna lumber up behind you.
Normally, I don't do this sort of thing." And as Trencherman lumbers up, Sacha pulls the guy's hair back so he has to look at Trencherman and says, "This guy, on the other hand, this is sort of what he does."
Pull one essence to let him know we mean business.
What do you think, Doc? Any life left in this one?
I'd say he needs treatment if you want to continue speaking with him.
What a shame. No. See, I whisper into the guy's ear again. That's not what I wanted at all.
I see.
Pull him up to my face.
I really am beginning to feel sorry about this. Just a little.
Crit Squad is Lindsay Zana, Eric Snyder, Chris Henry, and Austin Rusk is our game master. For more about the show and for links to our Patreon, visit critsquad.com or just come say hi to us on Twitter or Facebook at Crit Squad Cast. We love nothing more than saying hello to all of you wonderful people. If you'd like to support the continued creation of the show beyond the totally selfless and enormously helpful act of simply telling your friends, you can visit critsquad.com/merch to pick up a mug or a poster, or for extras, including behind-the-scenes audio, early announcements, intro and outro free versions of the episodes for optimum binging, and whatever else we come up with going forward. You can visit patreon.com/Crit Squad and see what we have to offer for you there. Thanks for listening, chummers, and we'll see you next time on Crit Squad.
I am bleeding, and I'm stemming by
Enjoy yourself.